Hey guys, long time no spreading of the laundry upon the internet. Want to see something exciting? Gotta unlock the dog door first. Look it! Look! They're pouring the cement for our new patio. Yay! I'm so excited. It's been such a pain in the butt getting a hold of a contractor that didn't just basically say that they would get us a quote and then just never reply. Now, we've already paid like 60% of the cost. I'm a little unsure how we're supposed to get to the last 30%, but Matthew just said go ahead and do it, and I guess he's intending to borrow from his mom or something. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, it's been a little while. Been what, like a week. I have, well, same old, just going crazy with the kids and all. They have relapsed to screaming at 6 in the morning. Not even, well, sometimes they're screaming for me, like, 2 days ago, Link started screaming at me to wake up because he was playing with his Legos and some of the Legos were stuck together and he wanted me to, like, that's the kind of, so I'm tired all the time, but, you know, same old. My headache is not bad right now. I started going to an acupuncturist about a month ago, and the first 2 treatments didn't do anything. And then the third treatment, he tried something else where he like put it down my spine, and he would like stroke not me, but the top of the needles like 16 times, and then he'd leave them in there for 40 minutes. And that evening, my headache was like gone, and it stayed gone for almost 2 weeks. And then like Sunday, it came back pretty bad on Monday, and then it kind of went away Tuesday, but I kept the appointment yesterday, Wednesday, and he did it again, and so I'm not really feeling it right now, but it's hard to say, is it actually better because of the acupuncture, or is it just coming and going on its own, because it's been coming and going on its own for, you know, however many months I've had it, since August. But I'm just really hoping that it at least helps, so at least I have something I can do when it hurts really badly. I am running out of my insurance covered chiropractic or acupuncture covers. I think I have like 12 of them, so once I use those up, I'm gonna have to pay full price if I go to them again. But it's really odd. My insurance covers chiropractic and physical therapy and acupuncture, the base services. They don't anything extra with, like, you know, electric whatever, like they did at the chiropractor or whatever is extra, which I found out the hard way when all of a sudden I had this like $500 bill show up. I'm like, what? But anyway, it covers that, but it doesn't cover massage, which makes me really sad. My mom had Kaiser through her work, and my dad still does, and that's the one thing that has been okay, at least so far, knock on wood, as far as my mom dying. Anyway, she did have massage, so she got a free massage included massage every month, and for a while she was using them, but then her health got bad and she stopped using them. But it was like, give me your massage. Massage is expensive, you know, and it's like, I don't know. I feel bad spending the money, plus I have to spend additional money anyway getting a babysitter if I were to go do massage. But anyway, I guess I could go during the nap, I don't know. So yeah, still been dealing with trying to take care of my mom's stuff. There's basically like 3 different companies, agencies or whatever, that all owe my dad money from my mom dying. That's supposed to transfer to him, and pretty much we've done everything we can, and now we're just waiting for them to do the fucking paperwork. Like the Social Security one, we had to schedule a phone call that was like 2 months in advance, and we took care of that in April. And it still hasn't changed the amount, because he was supposed to go from like a couple hundred to like 1,000, because my mom's gone, so he's supposed to get like both of them together, and it still hasn't gone through. And I called them, and they're like, sorry, it's probably still processing. And it's just like, and then of course there's the Office of Personnel Management, which is in charge of most of the government agency retirements, because my mom worked for the Postal Service. And of course, you've heard me talk about that, but basically like, they're extremely restrictive on the paperwork, can't have a single stray mark on it, blah, blah, blah. They wouldn't let me know if they had even received it yet or not. supposedly, I think they said they marked that they have it in their mailroom, but that's it. They haven't processed it or anything like that. And pretty much every time I've actually managed to get a hold of someone at the OPM, which is difficult because 90% of the time it just goes, sorry, the line is busy. I won't even let you leave a message. They've always been kind of bitchy, which I guess they're overworked, but it's just like, I'll ask a question and then like hiss not even the answer necessarily, they'll hiss something that's like not even what I'm asking. But anyway, when I talked to them a couple weeks ago, they said that they were like 4 months behind in processing stuff. So yeah, assuming they even accept the paperwork, which again, they're like, can't have a single stray mark on blah, 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 they might decide to reject it. Assuming they do process it and everything, who knows when my dad will get the money, if ever. And then the last one is my mom's IRA, which I had called them and I got some agent who didn't sound too certain, but she was like, oh, just send us a death certificate along with something proving that, the change of beneficiary or whatever. Like, she didn't even name a specific form, so I found a change of beneficiary form that my mom had signed before she died. And then I sent a death certificate, and then, of course, it has to be certified. Everyone wants a certified piece of paper, and each certified piece of paper is at least $25, up to like $40, depending on where you get it from. So, every freaking company wanting it. But anyway, so they said that, so I sent it, and I did it certified. And I called because I hadn't heard from them in several weeks, and they said, oh, we didn't get it. So I looked up the certified number, and apparently it went to where they are, Albuquerque, but then the certified mail wrote vacant and sent it back here, and it hasn't gotten back here. It's late arriving eventually. Basically, it's in some mailroom back here in Portland. Thanks to Joy. But anyway, so it looks like, there's not that much info, but it looks like the postal person in Albuquerque took it to the office, didn't see him in the office, and then sent it back. And this place apparently just recently changed what suite they're in. And so I put the new suite, and she, the agent insisted, this is this is the correct address. So I told her, I already sent it. So she goes, oh, well, try sending it again, or send a new one or whatever. So reluctantly, that's what I did yesterday. I dropped it off the post office, and again, I did certified, and I included the death certificate, and I included the photocopy of the change of beneficiary thing, and I did it certified. And this time I wrote the new suite, but then I also wrote formerly and then the old suite. So hopefully it actually gets to them this time. But it's just, all these companies, of course, require a certified death certificate, which is exactly the same as a photocopy. It's just like green instead of black and white. But that's like the only difference. Why can't they just get the copy and then just fucking call the agency or whatever and be like, is this person dead? Yeah, they're dead. Okay, I guess this is real. Like, it's so fucking stupid. $25 for a piece of fucking paper. Anyway, because they're not even like annotated. What is the word? Is it annotated? Where you have to like hire the person annotated? I can't think of the word. Anyway, it's not that. It's literally just green instead of black. Maybe they're in cahoots together, all the agencies requiring it and the death certificate people that give it out, health agencies or whatever. They're like, you got to keep requiring the certificate one so we can get $25 each time. Who knows? But yeah, that's really frustrating. And then of course the fact that, we're trying to desperately jump through all these hoops and they're all just like, we don't know if we got the paperwork. And of course, so right now my dad has no income and he feels bad about it. And we keep saying, it's okay, we'll take care of you. But he just, I still have concerns about him being too depressed and stuff about my mom dying. So, it's just frustrating, but yeah. So we are still planning to go to San Diego in October. I already bought the train tickets and, paid half of the cost for the Airbnb and have the hotel room for VidCon. VidCon finally got their tickets on sale, so I was able to get I went ahead and got the industry pass one because I don't want to be denied any events because I'm not super famous. So I was just like, fine, I'll just get the industry one. And then I also got a creator one for my friend Avara, who I'm really hoping to convince I can get her to go with me. She's an interesting... I can never tell if someone is flaking out on me or like not hang out with me because they're just busy with stuff, or it's because they hate me and they're too nice to say. But when I worked in the same office as her, I actually got her the job there, and it was a horrible job, but like we would hang out every lunch, and we would film some videos together or whatever. We're gonna start our own like sort of 2-person YouTube channel called Naiad Chronicles, Naiad being similar to a mermaid. And we just never got around to it because we were always so busy and tired. But anyway, she was saying she couldn't go because her job has a bunch of trade shows at that time, and so she thought she'd get sent to the trade show, but then she lost the job. But now she's trying to get a new job, so she still doesn't know she's gonna be busy. But it's like she's in San Diego, the convention is in Anaheim. She could, like, one of the times in the past she came up for Disney Day, she just took the train up and, you know, hung out with me for Disney. And I'm like, I will share my hotel room with you. I will buy your ticket for VidCon, which I already did. I will, you know, if I have to, I don't know, buy you the Disney Day ticket and stuff. Just come and help me. 1, because it'd be nice to have a friend up there. 2, because it feels less weirdly egotistical to like have a friend holding a camera than be like holding a selfie stick. Like I still feel really awkward to, like, this is okay, I'm in my own bedroom, you know, or house or whatever. But anyway, but I just really wanted to come, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think I'm just gonna be there by myself. Speaking of, well, first of all, finish up the thing about October trip. I am still doom scrolling the news all the time. I am reading a lot about the Delta strain of coronavirus, and you know, it's get vaccinated, even though it's not as effective at preventing transmission of the Delta variant. It still reduces hospitalization and death to almost 0. Like, just get the vax. Like, why would you be like, oh, well, it's not as effective, so I'm just going to leave myself 100% vulnerable? That doesn't make any sense to me. And stop getting your freaking vaccine information off Facebook memes. There's still so many people online that are like, some fucking idiot, more people have died of the vaccine than died of COVID. You seriously, you believe that? You believe that, whatever, we got 700,000 dead Americans, not to mention throughout the whole world or whatever, that more people have died of the vaccine than that? I don't think anyone's died of the vaccine. You know, even super bad reaction. That now there's people that died after getting the vaccine, especially if they didn't wait the 3 weeks after the second shot before they went hog wild and ended up getting COVID again. Because, yeah, I mean, no vaccine is 100%, but no, people have not died. I can tell you for goddamn certain, more people have not died of the coronavirus vaccine than died of COVID. That's just insane. Anyway, so I'm nervous about, you know, it becoming more transmissible, and of course my main concern is my kids. My just turned 3-year-old and my about to turn 5-year-old are still completely vulnerable to COVID of any of the, and you know, the original strain or variants or anything. And while I'm 99% sure we all had it in February 2020, my kids didn't really react that much when they had it, and they're not sure of how long you stay immune even if you had it bad. And I'm thinking, you know, even if we did have it, that's over a year ago now, and maybe immunity's already gone if they had it in the first place, since it was so mild for them. So it's just concern. We're still gonna do it. He's supposed to start school in September. I still haven't figured out. I thought that he was gonna. When I looked it up before, they said he was gonna go to one that was like 10 miles away, which is infuriating because there's a brand new one 3 blocks away that I could walk him to. But I just heard that apparently he will be going to the new one. I don't know. I need to figure that out. And hopefully, if my dad can get at least any of the people that owe him money to finally pay by then, I'm really hoping to put Aiden into daycare. I don't know which daycare. I'll look into it, but into daycare at the same time, at least a couple days a week, because that will be for the first time since either of them was born, first time that I will actually have time and peace to do things. Like right now they're napping. They're actually napping in my room because they're doing work right next to their door, so it's a lot noisier. But this is the only time I can do any kind of phone calls or doctor appointments or anything. It all has to be within that hour because my dad cannot handle them, and my mom's dead, and my husband is off at work, and the babysitter that we found a couple months ago, she's really good when she's with the kids, but she does not answer her phone very much, and it's just kind of frustrating. When we went to our camping trip or whatever, she had said that she would come over to help my dad administer the insulin shots to our cat, and then she just didn't show up. And luckily my dad was able to sort of figure out how to, like, I pre-filled the syringes and he kind of figured it out or whatever. But it's like, that's a medical thing. You don't tell someone, you know, yeah, I'll be there for you, and then don't show up. So not thrilled by her. But anyway, but yeah, we'll have to see if any source of income happens by then. At this point, I'm not holding my breath. But again, you know, not even just the, like, even before the Delta variant, I was already concerned about just the basic strain or whatever, and now there's this even more transmissible version, and it just makes me so fucking mad that we would be so much further past this pandemic if there weren't so many goddamn morons getting their quote-unquote truth off Facebook memes, saying shit like the vaccine killed more people than COVID did, keeping this virus going. And they love to be like, my body, my choice. No, fucktard, because it's not just your body. You're spreading that disease everywhere you go. Like, stupid people putting everyone else in danger. You wanna Darwin yourselves out of the gene pool? Go right ahead. But you're bringing down a lot of children and immunocompromised people with you. So, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how things are in October. I'm still kind of just like holding my breath, not expecting, but trying to be ready for everything getting canceled again, because surprise, we got, you know, yet another surge or whatever. So speaking of that, last Friday, less than a week ago, I pre-cleared it with my husband that he would, you know, babysit the kids so I could go out, and I looked up events, and there was like a karaoke thing down in Portland proper. So I went there, and as soon as I walked in, there was this really pretty girl also waiting at the bar, and I just started talking to her. And the reason I went to this particular karaoke thing is that on meetup.com there was a group saying that they were meeting there, and it was like you could look for the group and blah, blah, blah. So it wasn't just going in and hoping to make friends. But anyway, I ended up talking to this girl, and she's super sweet. And when I ended up saying, you know, I came alone, she was like, oh, come sit with me and my friends. And I was like, no, it's okay. No, it's fine. And they were so sweet the whole night. Like, I you know, a couple times I'm like, and they were, you know, 21, 24, something like that. And the whole time I'm like, you know, well, I don't want to like drag your party down. I'm like, no, we're really glad you came out. We really, you know, we hope you're having a good break from the kids. Like, just really sweet. It was really interesting. But there was that whole night, and it got really crowded at like 11 to maybe 1:30 or so when everything started closing, and everything just started staying open past midnight, literally 2 weeks ago, something like that. And of course, Oregon and Washington have both dropped basically all the mask mandates, and I'm not comfortable with that because we did not have everyone wearing them already, and now basically no one's wearing them, and the virus is still spreading. Again, my kids are still vulnerable, and now with this Delta variant, even people that have been vaccinated are getting it, not as badly as those who aren't vaccinated. Again, I don't understand what hole in your brain would make you think, oh, it's not as effective as the other one if you have a vaccine, so I'm just going to not get any vaccine, so I'm 100% effective. Those people are dumb. Anyway, so I went to this karaoke thing, and like I had a good time, but no one was wearing a mask, like, at all. And it got packed that, you know, like I said, after midnight or so. And it was easy being surrounded by other people not wearing masks. Like, it was such a weird dichotomy, because half of me was, you know, oh my god, so many people not wearing masks, and then half of me almost fell for this, you know, oh, it's over, everything's safe again. Like, it's really not. But humans are so we normalize everything. It doesn't matter how horrible a situation is. If we're in it long enough, we will just be like, yeah, this is life now. I mean, that's what we do in America, right? You know, it doesn't matter how 0 days since the last mass shooting, and it's horrible. And you know, I abhor guns. I mean, I guess if you really want one, you should at least have a background check and to make sure you're not, you know, a domestic abuser or a crazy person, and you should have required training. And you should have to have a waiting period. You shouldn't be able to just like walk in and walk out and gun the same day. But none of those things are ever going to pass in these Republican states. And because there's no magic barrier between states, there's nothing to stop people from going into Texas or whatever, arming themselves to the teeth, and then just driving across over here, you know, just anyway. So it was interesting. And then just like thinking about it afterward. I'm just doing a vlog. I'm almost done. You know, thinking about it in the days since I went to the karaoke thing or whatever, and it was just like, I hope that all those people are vaccinated, or at least, you know, that those who are vaccinated are protected enough that they're not getting sick or whatever. I had a thought that maybe I would get sick even though I'm vaccinated, but so far I don't feel anything, so hopefully not. I don't know. I understand that, you know, people want to get back to normal or whatever, but it doesn't make sense to me why drop the mask mandate? Because, you know, the people that are bitching and complaining about masks and not wearing them are not wearing them already anyway. So I think saying, oh, nobody needs to wear them, you know, well, they're saying like, oh, only vaccinated people don't have to wear it. People lie. Like, everyone lies. You know that like half the people not wearing masks are not vaccinated. Blah, blah, blah. Speaking of vaccinated versus unvaccinated, I was reading something that's funny and infuriating at the same time. So, DeSantis, fucknut governor of Florida, signed this executive order. I don't know the exact details, but basically the cruise ships are not allowed to land in Florida if they have a vaccination requirement. And, you know, that's a main trade in Florida. That's how DeSantis is looking out for small businesses in Florida by making it much less likely for cruise liners to land in Florida. Yeah, keep voting for that guy. He's got your best interests at heart. Fucking idiots. Anyway, so he signed this thing, and for a little while it looked like cruise liners were just going to be like, okay, I guess we're not going to Florida. Now what they're doing is they have 2 separate levels of access, almost like VidCon with the creator and the community pass. But basically, if you're unvaccinated, everyone gets different colored wristbands. And if you're unvaccinated, you're not allowed in like half the areas. You're not allowed in the casino or at the buffet or whatever. Only the vaccinated people are. And I'm sure DeSantis is going to try to sign some new executive order saying that can't, you know, that's not allowed either. But it's just funny to me. Like, can you imagine paying all that money for a cruise liner but not being allowed to do half the stuff because you're too busy having a temper tantrum about a vaccine? And you know, like, most of the people on the cruise liners are old white people, and probably quite a lot of them are Trumpers, so that'll be interesting to see. I'm sure they're gonna, you know, go on there unvaccinated and then just try to sneak into the other places and then have I'm being canceled if they get kicked out of the area they're not supposed to be. One thing that did suck about it, though, is that families, even if the parents are vaccinated, if the kids are not, then you still have to stay with the unvaccinated side, which makes sense. But it's like, if I were to go on a cruise with my kids right now, you know, I would be stuck with the unvaccinated people, and I wouldn't do it because I'd be worried about my kids. I've never been on a cruise. They seem silly, but at the same time, like, I don't know, like something like going to Alaska and seeing the icebergs. Not that there's any icebergs left, but ocean on fire. We are all gonna die. Oh, that's the other thing. I think the last vlog I did was before the whole 117-degree weekend that we had here in Portland. That was terrifying, but I'm not going to go into that. And this video's already almost half an hour long. But anyway, so yeah, that's what's up. Like always, just trying to survive until the kids are in school/daycare. Hope that, you know, the virus doesn't get even worse and make everything close again. And feeling bad that I'm feeling so stressed about watching my kids, because, you know, there's so many other parents that don't get to raise your kids at all. Although there's definitely I wish I could get a part-time job if I had government subsidized childcare. That's the thing, because to afford childcare, I'd have to be working full time anyway, and then I wouldn't see my kids at all. So, you know, government sponsored childcare would definitely put a lot more women back in the workforce. God, freaking. There was so talking about this infrastructure bill. So I was watching Colbert, and they played this clip of one of the Republican fuck with idiot men or whatever, and he literally says like, this infrastructure bill is good because the women care about roads and bridges when they're driving to work or something, and it keeps them from important duties like cooking and cleaning. Like, it sounded like a parody, but nope, that's a Republican man for you. Literally thinks that women. All right. I still do live streams. I do it under Sarah Got Game instead of Topless Topics, so twitch.tv/Sarah Got Game, Saturdays 3 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard. I'm not going to make any promises about new videos or anything, because the kids just, yeah, I don't have any time or energy to do that, but I'll put it out when I can. For the most part, just try to hang in there till September, so like me, hope that I am able to put Aiden in some kind of daycare while Link goes to school, and then finally start to get to put more content out there. Hopefully I can still go to VidCon in October, and then San Diego for the rest of the 2 weeks. The whole plan of that. But okay, bye.